Hello and welcome to Never Have Had Liverpool from behind again. Pause, but it's always that comeback for Liverpool.
So good English.
Good one.
Yeah, but to be honest, Liverpool, the second fiddle team, kind of fell behind. But a lot of positives from Liverpool. Did Zerbi flops on the big stage? The first game in Europe. It looks like
was it home or away? Was it home
it
or
was
away?
Home.
Home.
They pressed the whole game. Had the ball the whole game, and then they got beat on set pieces, counter attacks, and stuff like
Welcome
that.
Welcome to European football.
Thank you so much, Ike Athens or Ike Athena, whatever you want to call it. And also the North London Derby. Arsenal fans claim they're going to smash Spurs. Spurs saying, "Oh no, it's different this time. We're different. It's different this time. You know, we're not."
It is different. I agree, it's different.
Yeah,
but I don't know if that's a good thing for Tottenham.
Yeah. I know it feels nice at Tottenham. Tottenham's nice.
No, it feels nice. It won't be after this weekend, though, bro.
It's in London as well.
But however, I think this is the first North London Derby for a while that I'm going to watch it, not knowing what is going to happen. Are Tottenham going to sit back, or they're going to go press? How is Arsenal going to line up? What is going to, is Havertz going to, you know what I mean? Like, you don't know what's going to happen. But let's start with Liverpool, though. I want to start with Liverpool. Forget the North London Derby. Let's start with Liverpool. Europa League, fall behind against the LASK people.
Banging goal, though. Banging goal.
Absolutely fantastic. Positive. Gravenberch look okay. Just to start with the positive, looks very good. Bindok look lively, very good, by the way, but lacks experience, which is expected for an 18 years old. Luis Diaz look okay.
I can't lie.
I'm not gonna talk, and then the rest of
first half, LASK were better.
Yeah,
they were definitely better.
Period.
Endo was shit. Like this is. I'm not here to slander Liverpool. I'm just gonna give you my what I actually thought. Endo was shit. Gravenberch was quite decent. He's okay. The third midfielder was Elliott. He was trying, I suppose. He looked like the only one that was trying. Doak was kind of slow to get with it. He's only young though. Took Bajcetic to get into the game a little bit. Back four, I would say, you know what? Other than, I think they were all right. To be fair, they were calm. I thought
Who was their back four? Who was their back
There
four?
was no back four.
Konate, Timikas, and Bajcetic are right back.
Yeah, he played more inverted. The front three, it took a long time to get going.
Yeah,
that's what I took from it. But you know what it is, Daps? It's just like, what have we learned from Liverpool? They start slow away from games, but then they just come alive. It's like
always, bro, always.
You know what I mean?
It's that one where it's Liverpool are back to that team of probably in the last 6 years. They're back to that team that we know they are. Where if they go 1-0 down, I'm literally like, and there's people going, "Oh, do you think the other team can hold on?" I'm like, nah, they're going to win this 3 or 4.
Never in doubt.
What was the final score?
3-1.
There we go. And at the weekend, they're 1-0 down, 3-1. That's typical Liverpool when Liverpool are at their best. Like
the mentality monsters, bro. Mentality.
Nah, bro, you can't do that one. You can't do that one.
Here we go.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
You're turning into an Arsenal fan instantly when you start.
I'm playing.
Why do people get carried away like this? Like seriously.
No.
Not for you, not you, but normally on Twitter, people like in the first half, they said we're bad. But then when they came back the second half for 3-1, someone explained this to me. But you're the same person who was saying we're terrible in the first half. You're the same person that in the second half said, see, this is what Liverpool is about. This is why we're going to challenge. Why? Why is that?
I think sometimes teams, right, in a situation, in some situations, there's the favourite by a country mile, and then there's the underdog, right? Some are a bit more equal, but like this favourite underdog, City and Red Star favourite underdog, right? I think sometimes a little bit of complacency. No matter how much we say we're not going to have it, sometimes there's a little bit of complacency, and sometimes you need a kick up the arse to remind you. And
Steve McMahon.
Let's be clear, it's a good goal, man. It was a fucking good goal.
It was a great goal. It was a set piece goal. What can you do about that? No keeper's really saved that.
That was wicked, bro.
It was a wicked goal, and like Kaz, I echo what you said as well. We started poor, and it is a bit concerning. Obviously, of course, we got the goals, but I want to start with the negatives because it's not so much. But at the same time, they came out playing the ball really well. We wasn't getting to the game. I think it was just individual. We wasn't playing as a team. And I guess it's a makeshift, obviously, midfield. Gravenberch full debut. You got the likes of Nunes playing alongside Diaz. You got Ben Dolk. You know, you got Bacetić at right back.
Completely
Obviously,
different team to the team at the
completely
weekend,
different
right?
team. And I like that from Klopp. He's been experimental. He's trying to see what he can do with the players, utilize the players. That's what Klopp is known for. But of course, the first half was meaty, man. I can't lie.
You could say the depth needs to. There's like dropping from Robbo to Shimikas.
He was having a howler. He was having a howler.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
For me, overall he was okay. Second half because it got control, but when it's under the Kosh type situation, it's like rise, my brother. Like, what are you doing? Like the guy that's not even a right back's playing better than you, and he's not even a fullback. And this is his first game back after injury. And then I look at it towards the front three. Doak, he's still very, very young.
Yeah, for sure.
He's like 17. You know, but it doesn't matter. You put one substitution on, and then that's it. It changes.
This is why I think Liverpool are the only team that I'm gonna sit here and say this brand of football is sustainable. See, if it happens to any other team, we can sit and say, oh, but it's not sustainable. Tottenham used to do it in the beginning of last year, but this Liverpool team, because of the quality they have up front, okay, and because there is a lot of elements there, because Robertson coming off the bench, if he can come off the bench, he's going to be good. You have Alisson that can save your game, that can keep you in a game. This is sustainable. It can't go like this. Because it has been going like this for how many games? Guys, it has been going like this.
Yeah, the only reason it's not the only reason anything for me with Liverpool at their best is not sustainable is injuries, right? That's the thing, or muscular strain, because this is the first season doing it. I think it is like we've got to be clear. Klopp is a fucking good manager, bro. Like, and he's got, for me in. I know they didn't really play today, but in the midfielders he's got four. In fact, is it 4 or 5? 4 new midfielders. Yeah. They're the type of players Klopp.
And so Bosley and McAllister was on the bench.
Perfect for Klopp, yeah.
And even though Endo had a poor game, I agree with Katz. Like Endo had a poor game. He was missing. I was like, what? Endo's playing. Oh, mad. He was missing in the game. But I am a bit concerned about Endo, but I will wait and see what Klopp can do with him. But at the same time, bringing off McAllister and Dominic Szoboszlai, it changed a bit of the game.
You can tell Gravenberch. You can tell they're not on Gravenberch's like the cute little passes I found from Gravenberch and the slick ones. I know he gave it away a couple of times at the start. I'm gonna bar off crap all that. But when you're trying to move the ball, him and Elliot are not on the same page. Him and Endo are not on the same page. He's trying to play forward, but that's when it comes to the inexperience of the right hand side. Everything was coming down more of the left. But I thought Gravenberch is a player, man.
I saw that last season with Chelsea,
Like, I wouldn't want this in the Prem. I think this is a perfect game to play. Like,
100%.
Listen, if there was any problem, we could have used our bench. Do you get what I'm saying? Salah was on the bench, McAllister was on the bench, so Szoboszlai was on the bench, Gomez was on the bench. But this is the perfect type of games where I'm seeing, okay, cool, we're in Europa, but these type of games we can start gelling the team together, because we might see this starting lineup again, but maybe with a few different tactical tweaks, get them gelling, because we need those type of players. And like I said, I wanted Nunes in this competition. He got on a goal, he got an assist. Bro, all 3 goals.
He's showing up, man. He does. And he still gets denied. This is what I mean. He still gets denied, like, as in, it was a very good penalty for one. That for me, that was a penalty. People that say it's not, that's a penalty, 100%, bro.
100%.
The guy went to ground. He's showing his studs. He's caught Luis Diaz through a late challenge. Yes. It could have been avoided. It wasn't a dive. The brother hit him. Like, he didn't need to him. Even as commentator was saying, he didn't need to do that. Why is he going to ground? Why do you go to ground in a box like that so easy? A lot of them were going to ground. As soon as they start doing that in the second half, you're more than likely going to go and concede a penalty if you keep doing it. Someone's going to get caught. Yeah. Luis Diaz was smart. And it's just that it. And you know what? After that, Nunes came alive. This is what I'm saying. Nunes, it's hard to really say anything.
Nunes is good off the bench, bro. Very good off, like a real impact player at the moment. So far this season, look, we spoke on how good we think Nunes could be this season. For me, at the moment, he's really looking like an impact player. Like, off the bench might be what works for him still.
But he started today, Daps, though, and he done well. Obviously, that first half, he wasn't really gelling. But the second half,
helped him.
I think in your stream, you mentioned about Elliot and Nunes. But they have some sort of link together as well. With Elliot and Nunes, they have some sort of chemistry that was going on, because the assist for Luis Diaz's goal was Nunes holding up the ball, passing it to Elliot. Elliot outside the foot pass, Gravenberch zips it into for Luis Diaz. Boom.
This is if you go back to when was it? It What season was it? What season was it that you got to the final of the Europa League? Was it
That was
2016,
2017.
2017? So it would have been 17.
16.
So 16, 17, yeah.
Yeah.
And you remember Klopp really rotated until I think you got to about the quarters or maybe even the semis, right? Because once you get there, it's like, well, we're here now. And I do think, I do believe Klopp will rotate throughout the group stages and beyond. But once you get to there, it's like, okay, we're here now. And I honestly think Liverpool are going to win this tournament. I'll be honest with you, because I think the fact Klopp has got to a final, not won it, the fact that Klopp is in this tournament, he's like Pep. He doesn't want to lose games. He doesn't want to lose trophies. He wants to add this trophy to the other trophies he's got to say, you know what, we really have got everything. I don't think you're ever going to play in the Conference League to get that one, but
indications are you're going to get January transfers as well. It's looking likely you're bringing somebody in. I think it's actually going to be a left centre back.
Yeah, that Hincapié guy by Leverkusen.
Hincapié. See if I don't know how to say his name. Hincapié.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's a left centre back. I think he looks more like a left back for me.
Yeah, he gives me left back vibes, but he looks like he can do a job. But I'm not sure if it's in a back three. But I know Klopp would not do a back three.
I'm yet to see it. Yeah,
that, mate.
Very you linked up. Yeah, that's what I was kind of finding.
I think if Klopp was going to do a back three, he would have done it last season. He's not going to do a back three, not for Liverpool. I don't.
You surely get it. And people keep saying Andre is that definitely a.
Yeah, there's talks of Andre. Yeah, there's the Andre.
That's more than likely to happen when when their season finishes in Brazil.
It finishes. Usually they link up with us round about January, so it must finish.
And the director of football said, "Come talk to us in January when we see what we can do." So the director of football said, "Listen, we can do a deal." So that looks possible.
All right, this is what I'm not trying to hear. Andre is a game changer. Unless you've been watching some Brazilian football,
I've never seen this guy in my life. So I don't know.
I'm not trying to gas it up, bro. You never watched him, man. Come on, man. Let's be honest. Come on, be honest with us.
Listen, unless you're from over there, or mad salute to you if you have, but.
Yeah, man. Let's come on, man. Let's not lie now. Let's not lie. But it's
people said Endo's a baller when they haven't seen him. Look what happened today.
Man.
It's uncomfortable.
Yeah, man. I think Liverpool just going strength to strength, and they got West Ham on the weekend, right? And I know we're going to go more in depth for tomorrow, but see what flipping Antonio's doing, trying to rile up the crowd, being a bit of a shit out, saying we're going to go to Liverpool, we're going to win, we're going to finish above Liverpool at the end of the season. Antonio.
What, West Ham Antonio?
Yes, bro.
Antonio said they're going to finish above Liverpool.
He said they're going to beat them on the weekend with Moyes.
Do you know what? I must admit, I thought we humbled them at the weekend when they were kind of thinking we were a competition. But yeah, good luck going to. It's at Anfield, right?
Yeah, it's at Anfield.
Yeah, good luck, mate. What are you doing? You're 1-0 down. You're 1-0 down already, man.
Bro, you real talk. You roll up that Anfield crowd, yeah. You're 1-0 down. That's the one thing you do at Anfield is you don't get them.
I'll wait until the game's.
You know what today's show for me, yeah, Mo, is how important Szoboszlai actually is when you take him out of the team. I think it's so night and day, and you can see why Liverpool fans gas him. Don't you agree? LASK or not?
I really think he's a link up between the midfield and the forward line, and there is nobody else. It's not McAllister, it's not Gravenberch, it's not Salah. It is Szoboszlai. It's exactly what me and Cass, when we were talking in the summer, we described him as someone who can run a lot, can link up, and also can score goals and provide. I don't think he's defensively sound as people like. I don't think he's a defensive player. But today, without him, you look like the guy that is. Everything is like, yeah, let's go to the sides, try to beat a man. With Szoboszlai, you don't have to dribble. He can actually just get you to go to the goal without having to beat a man because of the movement. I like Szoboszlai. He's the Hungarian Gerrard. You know what it is. You know what?
But do you know what? It's sometimes when players like this come and just. I'm going to be honest. So far with Doku as well, to think Doku, because there's always this thing that it takes players a while to get used to the Premier League. Then sometimes you have these players like Luis Diaz was the same for you lot. Came in and just hit the ground running. I think Szoboszlai is looking good, man. Looking very good. But I also think McAllister, because of what Szoboszlai does, I think so far this season, McAllister's gone a little bit below the radar as well, to be honest with you, because I think he's one of them players that is kind of good for Klopp. He's just does the simple things well, and
it'll take time. But when he first came on, his first touch went out of play. I was like, "Oh, it's not looking nice." But he's good. He's good. But like. We'll give it time.
Oh, that happened. Come on. McAllister's done more than enough in the Premier League so far to have one bad touch and people be on
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
People, there's about 400.
Sorry, the other thing. Finally, the other thing is with McAllister, we need to remember is the price. This is the thing. There's no pressure on him
Yeah,
because
yeah.
of the price. It's just below the radar.
I need a favor from everybody that is watching us. There's only 100 likes and there's 400 of you. I need the likes to be on 200. If you're watching with an account, make sure to hit the thumbs up underneath your live chat. That's a favor for us personally. Please, guys, hit that like button for this stream. After a long Big Six, we know, but hit that like button.
Our worst night of the week.
So yeah, so we can get more viewers in. Do me a favor, hit that like button, people. Couple of super chats, of course, from Soups.
Yes, Soups.
Saying, can you beat my super chats? Thank you, Soups.
Yeah.
Can you
that.
beat Soups' super chat? This is
It's
it.
where the boss needs to come in and beat it.
Yeah, and Daps Lover is saying, hi, Daps. I love you. And would you marry me?
Yeah, your display pic's beautiful. So absolutely.
I think you can buy Daps love if you put in like.
Bo, hell yeah. Oh, Bo, I'm an
Yeah.
absolute. Yeah, I'm a prostitute for money. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, there you go, man. Oh,
But
wow.
the last thing is that I really wanted to get Welcome's opinion on Gakpo. Why did he start slow? I am the one who said that Gakpo was supposed to be the star this year, the way he was playing preseason, the way he ended the season last year. What happened? Why is he playing out of position? Is that your explanation, or is something else happening?
That's a good question, actually. And I think he had a good preseason. He was okay. And in preseason, Klopp was playing in a false nine. And he was getting goals, linking up with everyone, with the wide players. And then this season, the first couple, I think it was against Chelsea, started him in midfield. I think the next game after that, he played in midfield. Wasn't really gelling. I think the last game against Wolves, bro, I think he had the fewest touches as well. And that was in that false nine position. I remember he trying to come in almost in right wing position to receive the ball, but he wasn't getting the ball. He did look frustrated. But at the same time, he gets in good position. He has very good movements. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know what Klopp is doing as well. I think he probably still needs to gel with all the teammates. But I don't know with Gakpo. I still think he's a baller.
Oh, I know why. I know why. Because briefly, he used to call him Gakpo, and briefly he had to say, do you know what, he's cooking? And now it's back. For me, just quickly before Cass jumps in there, I think it's just that with the midfielders you've got now, the way you play is different. And whereas Gakpo was needed before for the link-up, you've got eights that are good enough to do it. And I think... and then you've got Diaz, you've got Jota, who's more of a out-and-out goal scorer. You've got Salah, you've got Nunez, and it's like, do we need Gakpo now? What does Gakpo? Yeah. I think he's a great option off the bench, but I just with the eights you've got, I don't think you need Gakpo now. I think that's probably the reason why. But for me,
the
anyway.
proof is in the pudding, and look what's happening. We're still happy. I'm not saying, oh my God, Gakpo should come on. Gakpo should come on. I'm like, bro, McAllister and Szoboszlai is doing their thing. Salah's doing his thing. Look at Salah's almost playing that playmaker role. So yeah, do you need a Gakpo? Yes,
and getting assists, by the way, getting quite a few assists.
But I want Klopp to play him on the left. I want Klopp to play him on the left, but I know you got Diaz or Jota as well. I know Jota plays probably our striker, but sometimes he can play on the left. He favours Jota and Diaz over Gakpo on the left. Because at PSV, he was playing on the left. And then he was getting buckets on the left. So it's interesting that...
Different league, though. Different league. I played Diaz over Gakpo on the left, but through the middle, I would play Gakpo over Jota on the left, but then I play Jota through the middle over... For me, I'd just... Jota's a goal scorer for me. That's all he is.
This is the result of looking good in a poor Liverpool team of last season, man. The game's changed. Your system's changed now. Like he's going back to Cody Gakpo, bruv. Going back to option, like bro. I've seen enough times, man. And you know, end of the season when there's not much really going on, you just bag a few goals, look all right. The false nine ain't for you no more. You don't need creativity and anyone to drop into midfield. You've got that. The guy's not a number 9. The guy's barely a number 7.
Don't let him dunk on you at Man United. Don't forget last season. He's back to still pick goals against you, man.
For me,
crazy like that.
For me, it's like a second striker type thing. He's got bare games to go, anyways. But I just think Nunez has got this guy's number now. It's as simple as that. And I think if you want to put someone up front that's going to fit the system, I think it's Jota then in strike. He needs to go left wing and earn his gravy in left wing because right now Diaz is cooking. So
good luck to him. But the truth is with Diaz as well. Apart from obviously he had a long time injured, Diaz has been cooking. Like Diaz was cooking before he got
baller, bro. Diaz
that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm sorry, I can't see Gakpo pushing. Of course, if Diaz needs a rest, but for me, it's a no-brainer. Diaz for me on the left is cold. Like
He's one of my favorite players at Liverpool.
Liverpool
Every
missed
time
him last season. Liverpool
Yes.
missed him
Oh, yeah,
big
we
time
did.
last
We
season.
definitely
Big
did.
time. Yeah.
That Arsenal,
Like, to
we
be
got
honest,
injured
the
at Arsenal,
guy
innit?
is like
Yeah.
direct, beats a man direct to the goal, and
Proper winger. Proper winger.
Do you know what? When
Yeah, man,
the
come
season
on.
Liverpool, season before last, I feel that obviously Liverpool got tired towards the very end of the season, but the bar for me was when Diaz got tired. When Diaz got tired, Liverpool dropped off because he came into Liverpool and just unreal that season. Like for a first season in the Premier League, he's a proper
I
player.
actually,
Kev,
in my
Is Kelleher better than
opinion,
Onana?
Who?
Huh?
Kelleher.
Oh,
Who?
Is
Who?
Kelleher better than
Here we go.
Onana?
Here we go.
Don't get gassed over a last result, bro. We beat last 5-0 with flipping, what's it called? With what's his name?
Dean
Nigerian
Henderson. It was Dean Henderson in the goal. It's
brother,
something.
brother. Who did we have up front with Garlo,
Just
fam?
ask the
Allow it.
question.
You didn't.
Just
We made
ask the
light work of them
question.
away.
Just ask the question. You give me
that
an
wasn't the
answer.
question though, Cass.
No, man, allow it, man. Man still conceded. If Dean Henderson is conceding, what's Nonana doing against
Like-
LASK?
No, but
Allow
I'm asking if Kelleher is better than
Allow it.
Onana.
I
Yeah,
don't
no,
know.
yes,
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. At the
Yeah,
yes,
yes,
Okay,
yes.
fair
Right,
enough.
right now, welcome.
100%.
No, fair
A
enough.
million
I just
percent
ask a
better than
question.
him.
I just ask questions.
Yeah. He's
Oh,
better than
Another one that just asks questions. I like people that just ask questions.
Keller is so clear, man. That must mean he's leaving next season as well, just like Ramsdale.
No, I know. Klopp should play him, man. Klopp should
Oh,
play
is it
him.
over Allison? Yeah, all right, cool. Because he's
I know.
Yeah.
But not in the Premier League. In Europa, he can do that. In Europa.
my God, dude.
Europa.
With this
He
small
played FA Cup
over-
and Carabao Cup for us. Allow it. Come on, man.
Yeah.
He has his stops, man. Rate his thing. He's calm.
Yeah.
He took a pen as well. Can Onana take a pen?
To be fair, with this,
Have
hold on. To be fair, with this distribution, he probably can take a pen. To be fair,
you seen Edison take a
that
pen?
ball go over flying.
Top bins.
Like pepper. Pew.
Top bins. Edison's sick at penalties as well. Anyways,
I still want to see him take one for us. Anyway,
Ahmed, thank you so much. Ahmed Suleiman with another gift of 10 memberships. Thank you, Ahmed, for supporting the channel. Everybody that is here supporting the channel is something that we like. We keep us going every day. Free content for you. Thank you, Ahmed, one of the guys that gold members. Of course, he was with us. Check out the membership. The gold tier memberships gets to be on us on a panel every Sunday. Sometimes they get 2 chances, 3 chances, and the silver tier they get 1. So check out the membership in the description. Very important. It supports the channel, but also gives you a chance if you're a beginner or a YouTuber to shout your channel, of course, and be with us and debate us.
and
And
can I just
debunk what we
say, I really like them because obviously we had the calling shows last year, yeah, and we weren't too keen on them because they went on
They're
for a while.
boring.
We had some people that came on, and I don't even know why they came on. They were like, "What do you want to talk about?" They're like, "I don't know, whatever." Whereas these panel shows, I really like, man, and it's good to see like the people that talk smack in the chat, talk smack in the group chats. See if they actually can get on the panel and do it as well. That's why I want to see. I want to see. Is it Top Gooner that was buying loads of people? I want to see him on one. Well,
He's a gold member now. He's a gold member now.
Oh, listen. There's about 40 people in it that are members because of him. So I need to see Top Gooner on a panel. I need to. Like for me, this Sunday, if he wants a spot, it's there for him. I like.
yeah, pretty much.
Add me. Special one is saying add me to the group chat. The special one. Well, the group. To be honest, guys, the group chat is for the gold tier members because we cannot just have 300 people in the group chat. It will be hectic, and we won't respond.
It's a perk as well. It's a perk of the membership.
It's part of the membership. Being a gold tier membership, you can be with us. The group chat is on WhatsApp, and we're there chatting. I like that group chat, to be honest. It's
Hey, look, invite me, Dappy. We already know you've already whipped it out, my G. Don't you remember that on Twitter?
This guy, why are you still here, bro?
Damn, man.
Smash a like and then fuck off. How about that?
Yeah. What we saying? Because you know what? Yeah, I done the stream. We got talking on just moving over to like towards Arsenal and the Spurs game on the weekend. George has got a lot of talk.
I wasn't sure last night.
I
wasn't sure last night because it was like he was seeming quietly confident, but whenever we asked for predictions,
he said we'll get points. We'll get
bro,
something.
I'll be honest with you, but like last week when they came from behind to win 2-1 and people like saying to me, "Oh, Spurs won," I'm like, and like when they say Arsenal won, Arsenal win, I'm like, oh, because I want people I think we're going to be in the title. If Arsenal or Liverpool drop points, I'm like, yes. I couldn't care less about Tottenham. I get they've started the season well, and I get that he's playing a better brand of football, but I I struggle to understand why any Tottenham fan is confident going to the Emirates. Like, firstly, their record at the Emirates is very bad. Yeah, very, very bad. Secondly, you're coming up you're coming up against an Arsenal that form is getting better and better. And like, they're flying at the moment. Like, the truth is they are flying. They've just won 4-0 in Europe, yeah, in their first game back before the North London derby. Do you know how like much of a confidence builder that is before the North London derby? And you man think, I'm sorry, like Arsenal fans, I know you think I hate you and I do hate you, but I'll say I can't see anything but Arsenal beating Tottenham down. I think 3-0 Arsenal. I don't think Tottenham are going to have anything for them at all. I think Tottenham are going to be put back in their box this weekend, to be frank with you.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of hurt this weekend. That's a fact. I don't even know if it's gonna be my club.
Do you know what? And a Havertz goal would be kind of funny. I'm not going to lie. A Havertz goal would be pretty damn funny.
But Daps, are you saying that because you don't believe in Tottenham's football, or are you just saying that because Arsenal just have a good momentum and Arsenal are finding a good time to play Tottenham? Because Tottenham are playing well, aren't they?
Yeah, they're playing good football.
Tottenham, now.
Yeah. No, Tottenham are playing good football. 100% Tottenham are playing good football, right? But they're Tottenham, bro. And this is Arsenal at the Emirates. The record's bad. And Arsenal are better than, quite simply at the moment, however much Tottenham might be playing good football and, you know, it's a new era and all of that, yeah. Arsenal are better than Tottenham, right? And it's at Arsenal's ground. I'm sorry, but I don't understand how Tottenham, like, look, if Luton start off the season well, what are they going to think? They're going to come to the Etihad and beat City? Like, just because Tottenham have started well for them, great. But it's Arsenal. Like, I don't get it because it's a derby. I really don't get it. But you know what? I hope Tottenham beat Arsenal. If we're being clear, I hope Tottenham go there and smash Arsenal up. But I'm not expecting it. Why? Because Arsenal, I believe, will be in a title race with us. Tottenham will not be in a title race with us. Tottenham could be topping. Tottenham could be top in April, yeah, by 8 points. I still don't believe they're in a title race with us.
I actually think that the matchup in a lot of things, other than just two things, in my opinion, the center back, one of the center backs, and the forward line. There is not even a question here. Saka, Jesus, Martinelli, or Trossard, however you want to put it, are levels.
Trossard's cold, man. I'm sorry, Trossard.
At the moment, with all the respect to Youngman's Son and everything, are levels above Youngman's Son, Kulusevski, and Solomon. At the moment, listen, and the forward line makes a lot of difference for Arsenal. They are the people that unlock defenses and stuff, I think. And especially, as you said, Daps, at the Emirates, I would not put my money on Spurs to get any points out of this game, to be honest. That would be a surprise. It would be a surprise.
I think Arsenal are going to hit 6 in the opening 30 minutes, bro. I'm not going to lie. I think Arsenal will be 2-0 up after 30 minutes. I think Arsenal.
I can't lie. I think it's done, man.
I think that the only thing is that Ange Postecoglou looks like he's not an idiot. He's not stupid. Yeah. So he might come up with something else because he's a very unknown manager. He's an unknown manager. Go ahead.
You know what it is? I don't think it matters. Quite simply, the manager can put out our game plan and everything. Doesn't mean it's always going to get executed to the T that is needed for the current crop of players. They got midfield to get out the pitch without a doubt. Like, I'm interested in a midfield battle, but the way I look at it is all you got to do is invert Zinchenko. Kulusevski's one-dimensional anyway, so I think they're going to dominate regardless of however. The last time they beat them at the Emirates was this time. Well, not this time, 12 years ago, but it was literally about 12 years ago, 2011. You look at the way Ange wants to play. We haven't seen him come up against a.
Sorry, is that the last time they won at Emirates was 2011?
Yep.
And that's through Arsenal's bad period.
Coming towards the end of their bad period, I'd say. Robin Van Persie was still there.
No, Arsenal's bad period started in 2006. So yes, it was during that bad period.
But if they haven't, but what I'm saying is if they haven't won since 2011, during that period, Arsenal have been at their absolute worst. So Arsenal's worst period was probably about 2014,
I think 14, 15.
So during that period, Spurs couldn't go there and get anything.
Before that, still Arsenal. Before that,
in the league, anyways.
Before that,
Arsenal were good. Like 2008, Arsenal.
Yeah. I think they beat them in didn't they not beat them like quite a few years ago in the cup or something, like the Carabao Cup or something?
They've had some good games. They've had some very
Like, I think they might beat them
100%.
that time, but I don't care about that. This is the league, right?
Yeah.
In the league, bro, they're not touching them. Like I said, I was about to say, we ain't seen Ange's Tottenham come up against a decent side on form. Yes, they beat Man United at their gaff, but it's a shit Man United, man. Even Arsenal beat them too. The same deficit in terms of scoreline and 2 goals. So if we're actually deep in it, bro, he likes to play with high fullbacks. So I do wonder what system he's going to opt for, because I see a lot of gaps within Tottenham. Let's go. They played against who? Burnley, Sheffield United, Brentford, Man United. Who am I? And maybe I'm forgetting one more as well. But there's been a lot of gaps in behind. If there's anything they're going to exploit from Arsenal, is those gaps in behind. So how can anyone be in any sort of like headspace to think that Tottenham are going to realistically going to get any sort of result? Nothing favors them in any shape.
When you say in the midfield, like the likes of Bissouma, Pablo, that Sar guy, they've been decent this season.
Sar's great athletically, but if you press him, he's going to get pressed out of an oblivion. It's Bissouma and Maddison that really has to take control. But this is why, like, when you put Zinchenko and invert now, I think they're just going to get suffocated. They're going to be pinned back, bro. And this is a derby. They don't fuck about on derby day. Imagine if Spurs did win,
it's
though.
only the midfield, as Welcome says. To be honest, it's Bissouma versus Declan Rice, and it's Maddison versus Odegaard, and then it's the third element. But that third element is not only Havertz, as Cass said. People forget that they actually play with another midfielder, which is Zinchenko, and it makes the difference. But it's that Sar, can he actually control that midfield with Bissouma? Because I'm not a big fan of Havertz, very obvious, but again, does he need to actually drop deep? No, because Zinchenko is going to be next to Declan Rice. To be honest, again, I'm going to say Declan Rice in this game to show the world and to show us, yes, I'm here to compete at the highest level. It's not only against shit teams. Yes, exactly. He's going to be like,
be up for this.
He's
one that'll be firing everyone up. And do you know what? There's another thing you need to talk on. Look, yesterday I kind of spoke on him, on the comparison people have made between him and other defenders. But let's be very, very clear. However much I might say, do you know what? Give him time to cook. Saliba is unbelievable defender. Like I always thought before they called him back, when Arsenal fans kept going on about why isn't Arteta called him back and this and that, and I was thinking, you know what, he's going to come back and he's really not going to be that good. Yeah, another one of these players. My man is unreal, and I think also as well, Ben White is a very underrated player for me. Actually, maybe last season Arsenal were rating him highly, but I think maybe over the summer people have forgot a little bit with Timber coming in and whatever, and Partey playing back there. I think Ben White is a massive, and I look at straight away, I've just named you 2 Arsenal defenders. I could also talk on Gabriel and Zinchenko on the other side. I'm not talking like that about Tottenham defenders. I'm not, right?
Well, you know that Mickey that young
he
star.
looks good.
What, Kaz,
No,
I thought
he
you was
looks
rating him.
good.
Have you not watched him, Kaz?
I didn't rate him.
I thought you rated him.
But
I
what,
didn't rate him.
Saliba level rating?
But he's not
Oh,
Saliba.
not Saliba, but like for Tottenham side, if you look at and Romeo, he's been alright as well.
He's very fast, but there's gaps.
Do you know what? That's the thing with Romero, when he came in and within 25 games, he was being called a Rolls-Royce defender, yeah? And I was going, I'm not hearing it, 25 games, yeah? I'm not going to lie. Like, although I think people need to calm down with putting Saliba in conversations with players that have had 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seasons in the Premier League. Well, I look at Saliba and go, yeah, I get it. I didn't get it with Romero. I get it with Saliba. Like, the guy's going to be a cold defender. Like, once he starts getting them regular international games as well, take it to a different level. So I think I just, it's great. And I like that Tottenham fans are back. They've got good football, but to think they're going to go to the Emirates at the moment, I mean, and I'm praying they do, but nah, man.
I agree, man. I don't think they're going to have any choice. That's just my take on that.
But there's a lot of battles, like the individual. You Doggy versus Saka. It's the Rice versus Maddison, Bissouma, Odegaard. There's a lot of
who can impact the game more, Odegaard or Maddison. You'll be watching that one, Mo.
Yeah, but again, I'm not going to judge it like based on this.
You've got shares in Maddison. You said Madison.
I do. I still like the guy, to be honest.
You think Madison's better than Odegaard, so we will be watching, Mo.
I would choose Maddison over Odegaard, even after yesterday. Still,
But I do believe Tottenham, I don't think they will sit back. And that's my thing. I think like, the way that Tottenham are playing, I think they will go for it because they
well,
got that sort of
if they
confidence.
do
Whether or not
that,
that'll
welcome.
backfire and that will play into Arsenal's hands,
Yeah, it
we will
will.
see in it. But I don't think Tottenham will go in sitting back. I think they have some sort of momentum. They have something going over there. I think they will
It don't
try.
matter. This is where they start to crumble, bro. They're going the next few games. They're going to crumble a bit. Watch.
Yes.
I
They
do
got-
think it's interesting what you're saying because I think Postecoglou, right, will probably think if we get a result here, then like the fans are going to they're going to love me, yeah. And he's probably been thinking about it already. But I just think it's one of those games where you're uncertain. Like the fact is if you play against Arsenal and you don't play a low block against Arsenal and you go at Arsenal, it's risky fucking business, especially at the Emirates, yeah. If you play the low block, you're going against the style of play you want to play. So I think straight away, the minute you're caught in two minds, it's never a good place to be. I'm sorry, I can't see it. I've made it very clear.
Go watch.
And
11 next. Look, watch the next 11 games. The next 11 games, they're going to fuck right up. And I can't wait for it.
Why?
Because
How? They play
You know-
Luton, Fulham, Palace, Chelsea at home, Wolves. So
Aston Villa, Man City, West Ham,
yeah, but
Newcastle.
that's what's left. That's what's left.
We got them
bro.
as well.
There's nothing
Bro,
else.
But this is what
Yeah,
I'm saying, yeah.
we got
When
Tottenham as well.
when you know when that due humbling comes and when the nitty gets to gritty and then you need a team to get yourself back up to grips, it's the same shit every single year, bro. Win a few games, get gassed, and then get slapped.
Yeah, 100%.
It's
I
easy as
don't
that.
know them ones, you know. I don't know them
But
ones.
do you know what manager like Postecoglou, he will have legs even if they lose games. Spurs fans will say, yeah, but we play good football.
You're gonna get dragged down to what we are right now.
You know what
Would
it
they
is?
be, but Mo, they'd be happy with that because they've had Conte and Mourinho. So I think this is a thing that because Tottenham fans haven't been spoilt with trophies, at least now they're getting good football. So they'll be happy with good football and know that they're building something. It's not like Chelsea where they've had trophies, so they're like, fuck good football, just give us trophies. Like Tottenham he does have time. He does have time.
Did they not get knocked
that's
out?
the
of
only
Carabao
thing
Cup?
they can just
Did they not just
do
get knocked out by Fulham? So they're
What,
not
knocked
care
out?
about football.
Yeah, on
They
penalties.
got
Yeah,
knocked out, so they don't
Now
care.
he's
It's just
building,
about
bro.
feel
This
good-
is
It's
yeah,
feel
this is
good
building.
football at
This is
Tottenham right
building.
now. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're not
that's
aiming
nice.
for contention for title, for cups. It's just feel good football. It's just vibes.
It's
And James
just-
Maddison.
I think, and for Tottenham fans, I'll be honest with you, yeah, I do think it's risky because good football. If I'm in Levy's head right now, if I see Postecoglou, I've pronounced it almost correctly, I think. If I see him playing good football and I'm Levy, I'd be thinking, oh, Brighton model. Let's not spend no money. Let's throw in little players and think the system. That's the type of guy Levy would be. Levy would be like, oh yeah, let's earn some money out of this good football.
Yeah.
Whereas probably if you give him better quality players, he could maybe do something, but yeah, not this
They still
weekend.
got money from Kane, so they'll probably spend it in January. Maybe get one, two
No.
players in, and then see next summer.
They won't spend that, bro.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. This is Tottenham, man. When you put on a Liverpool shirt, Man United shirt, Chelsea shirt, there's instant pressure. When you put on a Tottenham shirt, there's no pressure, bro. Ever. Not in that once in their careers, there's going to be any pressure. Get into a final, yeah. You know what? They will sack a manager. That's what they do. That's what I'm trying to say. It's nice what he's doing now, but let's give it a whole year and let's see where he goes from there, innit? Because we know this story way too well, like how we know how Man United operate. It's the same shit.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
I forgot they didn't spend the Kane money though. That's mad.
Yeah, they didn't.
See.
I think they're gonna.
They got a Solomon guy,
What
but
did
I
they
don't
do?
think that was Kane.
Well,
Didn't he get
I
Van de
remember that
Ven,
gives I
Video?
remember Solomon. I know him better than I know the Solomon they bought. To be fair, has this guy
I
been
thought
playing?
they got Madison. They got
Yeah,
Solomon.
but Madison was before Kane. That wasn't the Kane money.
Yeah,
Ah.
Solomon was before Kane.
Since when they got,
Maybe-
because didn't they sell Kane pretty much last day of the transfer window? They haven't
Yeah.
spent the money. It's interesting. Maybe they will in January, but
I just don't know on who though. You know, there's rumors of
Maybe.
apparently. Did you not see about Ivan Toney? He's available for like 50 to 60 million.
look, all right. So let's really quickly deep that. Yeah, Ivan Toney in January. Chelsea will be in for him. There's a chance that Arsenal will be in for him. And let's just say that if, for whatever reason, United get taken over and think we want another striker, United might be in for him. And there might be foreign interest. Real Madrid ain't got a striker at the moment. I don't think they would. But let's just throw 3 or 4 big teams going in for him. Ivan Toney's going to go to Tottenham? No, bro.
I mean, let's say no one does want him. I don't know. This could,
Like,
there could
bro,
also be
Chelsea will what? Chelsea will be in for him.
I think Chelsea
yeah,
will go for
more
him.
than likely, yeah.
They're that scummy. They will go for they'll go for Tony.
And if I'm Arsenal, and I still think that Arsenal, like, this isn't Arsenal's season. If they don't win it, they drop off. I think Arsenal will keep building and keep. I think, look, Arsenal paid off the stadium. They're going to keep building. I think Arsenal probably will be in for him because they'll want to improve their squad, and he's an improvement on their squad. So if I'm Arsenal, I'm going in for Ivan Toney 100%.
So hold
100%.
on. That you just said. So if Chelsea continue in this trajectory this year, and they sack Pochettino, or it's not going well, and Spurs do this trajectory and they're like 5th or 4th or something, and they offer the same money, do you think Ivan Toney will think about it? It's like, do I really need to go to that hole with Chelsea, or you don't think it's gonna matter?
Well, I'll be honest with you. It sounds so mad. Yeah, I actually think if Arsenal are in there, he chooses Arsenal every day.
Yeah. So that's out of the question for me. Yeah.
But if Chelsea are in the mixer, bro, Tottenham or Chelsea, I mock Chelsea for fun. Chelsea finished 12th last year. They're currently 13th. Yeah. Chelsea, I believe, will win a trophy before Spurs do. Like, it's that simple.
Yeah.
And if I'm Ivan Toney, I'm looking at
a given. That's not. It's not.
Yeah.
So
what trajectory do you want to get dragged into this? Like,
no, you want to win. Ivan Toney.
Yeah, but Ivan Toney isn't young.
Trophies.
He's not young.
He's not. He's not as old as you think. He's not that old. But bro, even more so, he's not young. So I still think there's more chance of winning a trophy in the next 3 years at Chelsea than there is at Spurs. Like
for 10 years.
And if Ivan Toney's looking at it, he's looking at it thinking, he probably hasn't won a trophy yet. I want a trophy. If you want a trophy, sorry to any Spurs fans watching this, but you're not going to go, I want a trophy, I'm going to go Spurs. Like, Kane's just left them to go and win trophies, bro. Kane, who's a Spurs boy. Like, I just don't. It sounds mad because of where Spurs are at the moment and where Chelsea are, but Chelsea's a more attractive project than Spurs is.
Oh yeah, 100%. There's no.
It's
more attractive club. However, who says that Ivan Toney will not be advised? Listen, this Chelsea has been shambles in 2 years. I'm not saying they will be. I'm saying
by aliens.
By aliens, by his advisors. Like, he's going to be advised. People are going to tell him, like, what we have seen Arsenal fall down this hole for years after Arsene Wenger. Who says that Chelsea will not fall into this hole for 5-6 years because they spend money?
No, they might do.
Man United spent a lot of money, and as their fans, they say we're in this hole for 10 years, and it's.
But either way, bro, what you're doing here is you're saying what might happen with Chelsea, right? We know what happens with Spurs. They don't win trophies. Like, it doesn't. All these things risk. We know what happens with Spurs. They don't win trophies. Like, this isn't a player that's won trophies. He hasn't won any trophies. If Arsenal go in for him, they get him. If United maybe behind them, but Spurs, I just look again. Spurs, prove me wrong. 1, beat Arsenal, please, and 2, go and get Ivan Toney. I want to be proven wrong, but I just don't think I will be.
Money talks.
The one thing as well, and they'll probably beat us this season.
Money talks, bro. Whatever Spurs offer, Chelsea will offer more. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
At 27, going on 28 years of age, I'm pretty sure you're thinking about, you're not on just for football, but who's going to give me the best pay packet?
Yeah, of course, 100%. But Chelsea don't offer these wages no more. They don't.
Oh, come on, man. If he gets offered like 100k at Spurs, they'll just offer him 120 then. That's an extra £20,000.
Just 100k for Ivan Toney? I think Ivan Toney wouldn't go for less than 150 or something.
I think we've spoken on this before. I think Ivan Toney is going to demand quite a big transfer fee as well because of the fact that it depends who's in. It depends who's in on him.
Here we go.
Tony's earning 21 grand a week at Brentford.
Oh, mad. Mad.
He's earning what? 25?
21.
Yeah.
And Chelsea will probably give him an 8-year contract at 28. Wouldn't be surprised.
He's going to ask for a massive pay packet.
And then Levy will somehow try and convince him to go Spurs by offering less money.
And somehow get a release clause in his contract of some sort of.
I own you forever.
And he won't win a trophy. So what's the point? You might as well go to Chelsea, right?
I don't get it. I think for me it's Arsenal. I think he probably hopes Arsenal go in for him. I know isn't he a Liverpool fan?
Yeah, he's a Liverpool.
It's one of
fan.
these players that's hedged his bets everywhere, isn't it? He's like Liverpool
Yeah.
fan, but my dad's and my cats but I think he would out the two that I think will go for him, Arsenal will be his and then Chelsea. And I don't think Tottenham have got a chance.
I think with Chelsea and Spurs, it depends who offers more money, in my opinion. It's all about because he's not going to be offered an 8-year contract. It's going to be a short contract. But if Arsenal goes in, it's just done.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, he might be in short-term contract considering he hasn't played football for time. And then if he does well, he will get another contract.
Do you think Man United might be in for him?
Depends if if they get taken over. If not,
if we go over last year's January, we had to resort to a loan. I don't think so. I think if we're gonna buy anyone,
it's that bad. Yeah, it's that bad.
If we're gonna buy anyone, I think it's gonna be a young prospect because he wants Højlund as his starting. You know, you don't spend
He's showing good signs
million.
as well, bro. He's showing good signs.
72 million and then have Tony come out on the bench because he's just gonna moan for game time. Maybe he might not. Maybe he wouldn't mind. I don't see why he wouldn't. You're at Brentford, but if there's other clubs offering him like first team football, why would you go to Man United?
But can I just say another thing as well? If I'm Man United and all the slander you've had around your name, I'm not going near Ivan Toney. I'm sorry, because before the gambling thing, he's got other slander around his name. And if he does, it just shows you how much of a mess your club is. Because you'd be looking at that and going,
this club's going to bring back Greenwood in January. I know it as a fact, fam. There's reason why he's got a break clause in January, bro. This club is sick in the head. Sick.
Can I just say, welcome. Did you just say, is it that bad?
I did.
Oh. Right, I thought, well, Mo, in that case, where have you been for the last 3 weeks?
No, I'm talking about financially. It's that bad to the point that they can't get another player in. Like, if they need players, financially.
Ivan Toney's not going to be cheap, bro. Ivan Toney's going to be big money.
I think Man United might actually get 2 players in January, but the right player, and if the player goes, like, I think Scott McTominay 100% goes in January without a shadow of a doubt, but I don't think we need to replace him with anyone. That's the whole point of Amrabat being on loan. So that's that. There's money there. It would probably go buy an extra attacker because I don't think there's any other room. If Maguire does go, which he's not going to,
Sancho might go. To be fair, Sancho might go.
Sancho will get sold. But the thing is, we're stacked, bro. We saw
Barcelona ain't got no money. Barcelona keep tabs on everyone.
Yeah, they've got loan deals as well.
We're stacked up front. But a lot of it's just potential. Ahmad, Pellistri, Garnacho. It's stacked over there. There's no point. It's all got Anthony. You got Rashford. There's no point getting another winger. You just bloat in the squad for the sake of it.
Long may it continue. What else do we need to talk on? Brighton, you wanted to talk on, didn't you? Brighton?
Never in the mud, mate. Humble. Now, this is the definition of humbling. When you get cocky and everything, and then you lose to a team called Athens. Like, I've heard of them before because of FIFA. But bro, we all thought they were gonna whack them on the floor. This is the difference. This is what I mean about pressure. You know, it is their first European night in time, but I don't care, bro. You're the Zerbi, right? You're one of the great managers, playing the best football in the world. I don't see no TikToks coming out from Brighton. That's what you called humbled.
I think, yeah, probably bro. I keep saying this all week. I've been saying it. European football is different. There's not, for me, I always say there's not as much respect. That's the one thing that I've seen over the years when City have played teams that you would see as a lower team. They've got less respect for you because they're bigger in their countries. Like, we look at them like they're nothing, but in their countries, they are something. And where it was at Brighton though, that's a mad thing because I know going away from home, they're probably going to get even a bigger shock because some of the teams they're going to be playing are going to be in some mad locations as well, and some of them get very, very hostile. But look, it's one game and it's one game. Cass, I know you got to take it. I know they beat you, so you're happy, but.
No, it's not.
Did they play bad though? What was the football like?
You know what it is, yeah? No, they dominated. But what's it called? It's not about that. I don't care that the Brighton fans, I don't care about that fact that Brighton lost. It's rivals that overhype. When I've been saying, as soon as they hit the European stage, things will change. But
you don't mean it that way. You mean it in a different way. You mean it when their season starts getting stretched.
Yeah, bro. Right? It begins now. It begins.
Villa lost as well.
Villa lost 3, but to be fair, they put a second streak. They had Langley out and all that kind of stuff. Emery don't give a shit about this competition.
It's just, he's in the conference, though, isn't it? He's used to the one up.
To go to Poland, I think it's Poland. To go to Poland with that atmosphere for their first time in I don't know how many years. That's mental, bro.
I wouldn't lie to you. If they don't win the conference, they might not even make Europe at all.
I don't think so as well.
Well,
Villa aren't looking as I expected or as anybody expected. They look some games very disjointed.
Yeah,
I don't think they're looking great. They were dodgy winning that last game against Palace. That was a dodgy penalty, in my opinion.
Mo, do you know who would tell you? Do you know who would tell you that they'd look like this? To be honest with you, do you know who would tell you that they were going to look like this? Arsenal fans. Arsenal fans have always said it about Emery. They've always said it, that don't get carried away with what happens in Europe. When it's in the league, it's a different thing. And there's one thing I always remember, apart from, I think, Lee Gunner, who loves Emery, a lot of Arsenal fans have said, like, don't get carried away. Yes, he can do it in Europe, but in the league, it is a different thing. And it's a valid point. But yeah, I must admit, I'd expect him to take it a bit more serious.
But forget that. To be honest, I was watching the Brighton game. They had all the ball the same way he played football. The problem is he underestimates the oppositions always in terms of attack. Leaves 2-on-2. Tarek Lamptey got bullied, bro, for that third goal. Got bullied for that third goal. The guy ran through him. These players, some of these players need that experience. This guy Igor that came from Serie A, this brother should not be playing in that Brighton team. He doesn't have the footballing brain or the footballing abilities.
Let me know how they got their goals as well. This is what I mean. The scoreline.
So the two penalties. To be honest, I was watching do you remember what I told you about João Pedro? The guy is on a different level, and I'm not saying good, than Brighton. He's trying to do the flicks and tricks, loses the ball. He is trying to play the way that Watford, you remember the SARS, like takes the ball, try to run. Yeah. He's very good footballer, but he needs a lot of molding. Like he's not that, like he's the one who's trying to dribble, loses the ball, tries to do that. He won the two penalties, fair to him. But again, they look different with Ferguson, they look different with Welbeck, in my opinion. But
that's what it's like sometimes when you are these type of players and you join a system-based team, right? They're a system-based team, and you know sometimes it works, but they do take a lot of changing. They do. How did Fatty play?
Shit.
Yeah, he looked.
Him and Matoma were arse and cheeks.
Matoma should have got subbed in the minute 30, bro. Like I'm serious, bro. He was absolutely terrible.
But is it a first game thing? Is it a first time in Europe? Is it a first game thing?
No.
Zerbi is smart enough to change it for the next game.
We'll see
maybe, but it was physically they weren't up to the task. This is it. Physically they weren't. Anyway, for Brighton, I don't think they're gonna do well in this. I think they're gonna get out of the group, but I don't think they're gonna take it seriously. That
does third place go to Europa Conference League?
I doubt it, but yeah.
I don't know. Do you know what? When I was actually looking for the score, I forgot that Brighton actually made it into the Conference League, not the.
They made it into
sorry, they made it into the Europa League, not even the Conference League. So
yeah.
That is mad when you look at the fact that Chelsea and Tottenham didn't make it
in. People already before it started, they said Brighton Liverpool final Europa League.
No,
ball hasn't been kicked, bro.
I get it with Liverpool, 100% get it with Liverpool, but Brighton.
Yes,
but this must be one of their first times in Europe as well, right?
Yeah, it is the first time ever.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Enjoy it, man, but it's not the same. Europe is not, and even more so. Do you know what? When you are playing in the Europa League and the Conference League, it's even trickier because you're coming up against teams that will give you a physical battle. Like they won't just play off. Yeah.
Mileage, bro. You're going over to Eastern Europe and then places there.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Hostile.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
But can I quickly touch on quickly? I'm not sure if I'm.
Yeah. No, go ahead. Of course.
West Ham. I watched West Ham, so I wasn't watching the Brighton game.
I didn't even see it.
Kudos, guys. When he got the first goal, he was doing flicks and tricks. Obviously, I seen him at Ajax in it, and I just want to give him an honourable mention. And Ben Rama as well. I like Ben Rama for time, and he's been balling out as well. He set up the goal for Kudos as well, cutting inside, sticking back post.
Ward-Prowse got 2 assists.
Man's a machine, bro. Man is a machine.
West Ham are primed to go far in this competition. They've done Europe last season. They're doing it again this season, man. They're going to go far.
I'm not going to lie.
They are playing a team called Baklava, but
Balaclava? Then one them drill rappers wearing that,
Yeah.
or the
a
cape,
bank,
baklava.
Baklava, yeah, the cake.
The cake or balaclava, one of the two. But I was just thinking, imagine Ward Prowse at City, yeah, with Haaland.
It'd just be like another. It would be like a shit version of De Bruyne.
I made fun of baklava. Baklava are actually top.
There is a cake called
Top,
baklava. Is it from there?
No.
There's a
Baklava.
cake called baklava. There is a cake.
The Arabic.
I don't know.
Baklava
Arabic,
are
maybe,
top
I don't know.
of the league against the team that played against Man City. So yeah, hats off to West Ham.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
listen,
What's
we're playing 2 times Champions League winners at the weekend, so we need to be careful, bro. Heritage,
that was funny from Pep. That cracks me up.
Heritage.
That cracks me up.
Anyway, so tomorrow we got the North London Derby in the evening with Sean and
Lee, that's gonna go off.
Lee. That's
Lee's gonna be on
fantastic.
smoke.
Yeah, and before that, in the afternoon, we're gonna preview the Premier League weekend. Myself, Cass, and Ty. 1:30, 1:45 UK time. Make sure to check us out and also hit that like button before you go, please, from this video. Make sure to hit that like button and also check out the membership, of course, and email us if you want to be on a member panel on Sunday. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you.
Up the Tottenham chavs.
Spurs chavs, yeah.
Yeah, can I quickly shout out?
Actually, go ahead.
Very polite.
Right.
Go ahead.
You brought it back.
Sorry, I didn't actually hear it. Go ahead. No, of course.
Yeah, no. Welcome's Football's Talk. Check that on YouTube as well. I'm getting some love.
You have to send me the link. I can't find it.
Check that out. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Peace.
Sleep tight.
Can I write now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.